Since the original part of the house is concrete block, I don't really have any place to attach the siding to. Most of the house is going to be framed, and I'm going to put fiber cement siding on it, and I want that to be uniform, so the old part has that as well. So what I'm doing is just putting these furring strips onto the concrete block, and then the siding will attach to that. Furring strips are attached with these 1/4 inch masonry screws, and then I've got a ledger down at the bottom, and since I'm gonna have fiber cement siding on this attached to these furring strips, that siding is very heavy, so I want to make sure this will bear a lot of weight. So the ledger is actually attached to the rim joist on the other side of the wall, which is a 2x10 that's sitting on the piers in the crawl space. So I've got these 12-inch screws, and I drilled a hole with a masonry bit that goes all the way through the block, and then the screw will go through this ledger and through the block and into the rim joist on the inside of the house. So let's go ahead and put that in. Ear protection always. So it's just going through the hole in the block right now, and when it hits that rim joist inside the crawl space, it's going to be going into wood, and it's going to go all the way through that rim joist and give us a good solid connection. So I've got those about every 2 feet, so that rim joist, there's a lot of pressure on that rim joist, good friction, and it's attached to something solid on the other side. Plus I put a bunch of those masonry screws in it too, so I think that will bear a lot of weight, and the furring strips are sitting on top of that. Plus the furring strips are screwed into framing in various places up near the top. So I think that will be very strong. So I'll give you a shot of what it looks like. This house had these window ledges, so I had to cut some notches in those so the furring strips would fit snugly. And then I framed the windows the same way, so we have something solid to nail the windows into. And then the next step is to, since this is a block wall, there's no place to put insulation inside the wall, so we're going to put insulation on the outside. This is 1.5 inch foam, rigid foam insulation, or 7.5. It's going to go on the outside, and that is the exact same depth as the furring strips, and that is attached with some construction adhesive. About half a tube per section there. And then the last step is to just put some spray foam in the gaps, give it a good seal, and also add a little extra holding power. And then we're going to put drain wrap on top of all of that, so that, not so much to air seal it, but to give us a drainage plane, a gap between the siding and the insulation, so moisture isn't going to sit in there if it should find its way in there. So just working my way around, I'll get this done, and then we can start putting in windows. So we'll do a video. Hopefully we'll have a window video popping up real soon. See ya.